It takes the rest of the world time to shed.
Okay. So, 2 questions against the grain. Who had facial hair? Which guys, which had to travel through Siberia, didn't have facial hair? And, right? Because Israelis, Jerusalem, facial hair. Japanese, facial hair. Chinese, facial hair. Right? So if you have facial hair, and you're Native American, that means you have European or other genes, because your facial hair doesn't just turn off. So Pacific Islanders, right? Hawaiians. Hawaii's a state. Okay, so do they have facial hair? Naturally, facial hair. If they don't, which culture, which possibly the Native Americans are descended from, didn't have facial hair? Pacific Islanders, right, never grew facial hair. Some Indians do grow facial hair. Question is, do Asian people grow hair? Because you're asking 2 questions. Where did the Native Americans come from? They came from the Japanese. The Japanese had facial hair. They came from the Chinese. The Chinese had facial hair. They came from the Jews. These are, you know, across the Siberian coast. Who had facial hair? Which guys, which had to travel through Siberia, didn't have facial hair? Now, what culture doesn't blush and doesn't have facial hair? And, right? Because facial hair. So, Pacific Islanders, right? Okay, so, do they have facial hair? Islanders didn't have facial hair? Cool. Also, some cultures, they don't bleed when they get cut on the face. You know, when I shave. But, see, I have facial hair. So, 2 questions. What caused the blood vessels to divert away from the face? Okay? Well, I wouldn't think it was the Northern Hemisphere because Norwegians blush. Now, what culture doesn't blush and doesn't have facial hair?